Hi, I wanted to go over EduTyping today. Not so much the student settings, but more for the teachers. So for teachers, if you wanted to see how your kids are doing with EduTyping, you would go to Clever, which is clever.com/in/MVWSD, and then you would click on your EduTyping icon. When you click on your EduTyping icon, it should automatically log you in. And so what you can see on this is your dashboard. So on here, you could set up classes, add students, look at the curriculum, look at resources, or have a look at real-time activities. So if you were using EduTyping in class, you'd be able to see what your class is actually doing. The other thing on here is we kind of want to have a look at our settings for our class. So if you go to classes, and you should have your Clever class already rostered to you. So if you click next to that class, you can now edit the preferences. So I click next to the class, I go up to edit preferences, and now you have some options. So this is where if you have the class scoreboard and it's causing problems in class, this is where you would turn off the class scoreboard. Or if you wanted to restrict games, this would be where you would do it. So you have some general options here. Probably the one that you're going to want to have a look at is looking at whether or not you want your kids to redo completed lessons, whether you want to disable backspaces, or whether you want to enable or disable the scoreboard. If you wanted to restrict lessons, you could restrict certain lessons. If you wanted to restrict the games, if your class is just spending time on the games and not doing the lessons, you could restrict the games. And there are some other preferences on here as well. I'm not going to save these changes. So back to my dashboard, I can also have a look at different reports for my class. So if I click up here on the top for reports, and then I have some choices. So I could look at the current lesson progress, maybe a summary for my student activity, maybe details, maybe time test, or a class scoreboard. So if I just look at summary for now, my class filter, I want to choose that Clever class. And then my date range, I'm just going to set the date for this month. So I'm going to run the report. And now I have a little summary on what my kids are actually working on. So I can see how many screens they've done, the time, their average speed, and their average accuracy. And then if I wanted to save it, I could save it, or I can print it off as well. You could also have a look at the curriculum if you wanted to see what the kids are working on, or create your own custom lessons, custom tests. So that is EduTyping for teachers. Again, you get to EduTyping through Clever, and then you have some options to kind of check on your students' progress. If you have any questions about EduTyping, feel free to email me at techcoach@mvwsd.org or dharris@mvwsd.org. Thank you.